It was a few months before Adam was supposed to come down, as Charlie was getting nervous. But she realized something. That day was going to be on April 1st. As then she remembered illusion magic. Maybe she didn't have to fight him at all. Maybe she can just trick him, make him look like an idiot. Prove a point. As Charlie would say, "Hey, Vaggie, can you take care of things? I'm going to go see my dad." Vaggie would say, "What? I need to ask him something." As Charlie would go over to the mansion, he would knock on the door, as Lucifer himself would answer. As Lucifer would say, "Charlie, what brings you here?" "I haven't really tidied up that much." As she would look around, she would say, "The house looks fine." "What are you talking about?" "No, it doesn't. Look." As she would see one speck of dirt on the floor, and she would say, well, anyway, Dad, I need to learn some magic." Lucifer would say, "Magic? Well, you come to the right place. What do you want to learn? Powerful fire magic? Ice magic? The power to increase your flight?" As Charlie would say, "No, Dad, I want to learn illusion magic." As Charlie would learn from Lucifer, Lucifer would teach her illusion magic. He was shocked, though. Most people don't learn this type of magic. I mean, it can be useful for tricking an enemy, and it can be useful for, outsmarting them, but in a battle where every moment matters, one slip up and you're gone, and there's no guarantee this would work. So most people just rely on pure destructive power or sneaking abilities instead of just straight up tricking them. As Lucifer was teaching Charlie, Lucifer would say, "Why do you want to learn this so bad? There's so many other destructive magic you can learn." Charlie would say, "I want to move the hotel and trick Adam with a dummy one. I want to use magic to trick him, to make him think he's fighting people, but then the time will run out and he's done nothing but waste his time. It'll be a major insult and a major blow of incompetence. He'll be forced to step down and he won't have to hurt anyone." Lucifer was shocked with this plan. As Charlie and Lucifer kept on training, Lucifer would say, "I don't think this plan will work. However, it does have somewhat potential, but everything has to go perfectly. Adam's not an idiot, right? He's been fighting for thousands of years." As Charlie would say, "Yeah, but no one has tried to use illusion magic on him on this grand scale. And like you said, everyone focuses on raw power. You wouldn't expect someone like this." Lucifer would say, "I will admit, it probably will fool him, but I don't think it could fool him for the whole time. He'll realize something's up when they can't damage him." Charlie would say, "Maybe they can. I have an idea." As Charlie would then walk out, she would go to someone. Camilla Carmine. Carmine would say, "What are you doing here?" Charlie would say, "You'll probably better get Vox. He's more mastered in illusion. However, I don't think he would want to help me, and he's with Val, and I don't really like him. Do you have any devices that can simulate pain and trick your mind?" Camilla Carmine would say, "Yes, but it doesn't actually damage someone. It's just made a deterrent against weaker enemies. What are you planning?" "An illusion, a big one. I need these devices." As Camilla Carmine would say, "Charlie, this might be the smartest or dumbest idea you've ever done. Fine." As Charlie would then get the devices, she would get to work, and she started building them all around the hotel. As she practiced her magic more and more, being able to summon enemies, well, what looked like enemies, in actuality they weren't, and able to simulate damage, simulate pain, and to even make holograms of fake destroyed exorcists and destroyed enemies around. As she did this, Vaggie would then work on a new hotel, as her and Alistair began to build. As Alistair and Vaggie were building, they would make sure it looked just like a normal building, as it didn't stand out any. When the war's over, they'll be able to build them stand more out. As Alistair would look and say, "So Vaggie, do you really think this idea would work? Tricking them, illusion, almost like a prank. And on April Fools, too. Quite stupid." As Vaggie would say, "Yeah, but Charlie believes in us, so do I. We can do it. I believe in us." As Alistair would sing with her, "We can't do it. I don't believe. We're not gonna make it tomorrow." As Vaggie and Alistair would continue to sing. As they had a song battle, weeks would pass as the dummy hotel was finally finished and the new one was built. As everything was set up, Charlie practiced more and more as she became better and better with illusion magic. As one day Charlie was sitting down, as she began to breathe heavily and look at Vaggie. As Vaggie would say, "Hun, are you alright?" Charlie would say, "No, I put it all on some dumb gamble. I didn't want to fight anyone." And now Vaggie would say, "Hey, it's not a dumb gamble. Listen, I know I didn't believe in it at first, but you put a lot of work into this. We have fake soldiers, pain simulators. Adam will fall for it, so will his forces. Charlie would say, yeah, we can put a bunch of fake ones, but he'll notice we're not real. He'll notice when we fight. Well, don't worry, I have a plan for that. Charlie would say, yeah? We make it look like we ran away like cowards when the battle starts. His ego is high, he'll believe it. Charlie would say, I don't know. Trust me, he will. As Charlie would nod, Vaggie would too. As Charlie and Vaggie would work on their magic. Well, Charlie would work on the magic, and Vaggie would work on her hand-to-hand skill, just in case this plan doesn't work. As Charlie would learn how to make fake clones of herself and make them run away. As Vaggie and Charlie were doing their own things, preparing and being together and supporting each other, we cut to Adam and Loot. As Adam was about to make a plan with Sarah. As Adam would say, so we'll just do it like normal, and Sarah would say, no, not like normal. If you fail, you're fired. Adam would say, what? First of all, if I never fail. Second of all, why? Why? Because everyone knows about the plan because of you. And because of that, exorcists are actually gonna get hurt now. They're actually gonna perish. They're actually going to lose. And if we don't win this battle, then guess what? Everyone will be sick of fighting. Everyone is going to watch this. This needs to be a success, Adam. Otherwise, you're no longer going to be an exorcist. Understand? Adam would say, what do I do then? It's so boring in here. You don't have to worry about that. You'll be in hell with the rest of them. And the new leader can take you out. As she walked, Adam would say, Luke would say, don't worry about her, sir. Let's just focus on the plan. Adam would then say, whatever, as Loot and Adam would strategize. As Loot and Adam would, come up with a brand new strategy. Instead of running right towards them, they would send out their waves of minions and charge in behind them. It was perfectly foolproof, as they talked about it and worked on it, as Loot and Adam started to train together. And Adam would say, you know, if I get kicked down, don't hesitate to wipe me out. Loot would say, what, sir, what are you saying? And would say, well, then it's just, listen, I might fail, and if it does, I won't be an angel anymore. And while I effing hate the idea of you destroying me, but maybe it's good if you, as in Loot would clap and say, that's not gonna happen, sir. Even if it did, I wouldn't do it. You'll never be one of them. Even if you're down there, you're still Adam. Adam would say, thank you, Loot. As they both smile at each other. As time would pass, they got ready for the battle. As they came down. As the battle would concur, some would be able to damage Adam as he felt pain and didn't really notice the lack of scars because he was in the moment. As Adam and Luke pushed forwards, Vaggie and Charlie began to run away. As Adam would laugh and say, pitiful, pitiful. I can't believe they're running away already. As then he began to destroy the hotel and destroy everything in it, destroying everything in his path as he laughed. As Adam and Luke would destroy the building, and as everything else burned, they would fly up to heaven, thinking they were victorious, but suddenly, they would get a call. As Luke would answer, it was Charlie, and Luke would say, are you coming to surrender? Are you coming to cry? As then she showed the hotel and said, that was a dummy hotel. I used illusion magic. April Fools! As that Adam said, what? As Sarah would walk in, as suddenly Adam's halo would fall down. His outfit would turn red, as he would say, oh F, as he would kicked out of heaven and land down to hell. As he got up and say, I'll get my revenge. As we cut to Charlie and Vaggie, as Charlie said, I did it, I did it, I did it. As Charlie and Vaggie would then kiss. As they did it, they stopped Adam. They didn't have to fight a single other person to do it. And the bonus, they played it off as an April Fool's prank. Literally, everything was perfect. Nothing could stop them now. But as they thought about that, little did they know that Adam was still here. And Adam was going to have a little prank of his own. And that's going to leave things out. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share with all your friends. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I know I did. Hit that thanks button if you want to. You know, just it's basically like you tipping me. That's my version of a tip. And if you tip me, it will feel really good. I've thought about getting a Patreon. Some people on my sides have, but I just don't know what to post on Patreon, honestly. And I feel bad having members. Like, I don't know if I could do it. Now, I'm not big enough to have merch. Also, I don't have enough money to, like, buy stuff and sell it. So, yeah. But, yeah, I honestly don't even know what I would give people. And I kind of feel like that's unfair, that you have to pay to get special privileges. I honestly never really liked that whole thing. Now, I get why people do it. And you got to do what you got to do to make money. So, I'm not mad at any creators who does this. But I just don't like it. I feel like it's unfair to have people pay to get special privileges. I just hate that idea. I just hate the idea of Patreon altogether, but, you know, I might have to do it eventually, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I don't know. And like I said before, I'm not mad at any creator who does it. I understand why they do it, and all power to them. I just really hate that feature for, like, the audience, because, like, I know it's not that much, but even paying just a little bit a month, like a subscription to a person, it just feels wrong. I don't know. But that's just me. How do you all feel about Patreon? Let me know in the comments below. Do you feel like it's a great way to empower people, or do you just not like it? Do you feel like it just gives up too much? You know what I mean? Especially if you're a Patreon to one person, you could become one to another. So, it builds up. And yeah, I just prefer the thanks option a lot better. I think it's a better system, because then if you really like a YouTuber and like their video, you can just hit thanks instead of just paying them monthly. You know what I mean? It feels like they earned it more. But like I said, I said this like 5 times, but I want to reiterate, I'm not against YouTubers doing it, alright? If a YouTuber does it, that's cool, and I understand why they do it. You gotta do what you gotta do. But I'm just saying, I just don't like the system. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, I guess I'm just old. I just want people to watch videos on YouTube for free and get endless entertainment instead of paying for stuff. I guess I'm just old. I'm just an old person who wants that, because that's just an old idea. Love you all so much. Let me know your thoughts of this video down in the comments below. This is my first ever April Fool's special video. Yeah, I mean, my channel's only been around a year, and I missed last April Fool's. But this April Fool's, I hit that. So heck yeah, baby.